If you are new to cooking or you're looking to revamp your kitchen, I am here to help you figure out the 5 things you must have in your kitchen to make you a rock star. Come join me. I'm going to tell you what you need to have. Okay, you go to stores, there's a million tools, there's a tool for everything. But when you go to culinary school, they give you 2 things. They give you a cutting board and you have to get a knife, a cheap knife. Bought myself a nice knife. But like, that's about it. You don't get the garlic presses and you don't get all that fun stuff. So to me, these are the essentials that if you want to have great time in your kitchen and inspiration to get back in the kitchen, this is what you need. Number 1, heavy wooden spoons. So important. Now, here's what I like to do. First of all, get the heavy ones, not like the cheap ones at the dollar store where the paint peels off. You gotta get heavy. Look how thick those are. And this one I love. These are my 2 favorites. This one I love because you got the flat edge here, which means you can deglaze a pan, scrape the bottom of a pan, and not damage the pan. Works fantastic. Or you got the Big Daddy here, which is like great for chilies, stews, things like that. You want them heavy duty. You're gonna be able to threaten your children with them. I do it all the time. Happened to me. I wasn't scarred for life, so don't leave me some mean comment that I'm a horrible mom. These are fabulous bargaining tools if you need something done around the house with your kids. Okay, so that's number 1, heavy wooden spoons. Also, it makes for a great gift for someone. See if you have a foodie friend or holidays are coming up or a birthday, get them some beautiful like tiki wood, heavy wooden spoons. Fabulous idea. All right, number 2, a cutting board. A decent cutting board. Look, whoever invented the glass cutting board, the ceramic cutting boards, like, oh my gosh, it makes you want to punch someone in the neck. It's like they damage your knives so bad. Like if you have one of those, throw it out or serve like cheese on it, but never cut on it. Also, I don't really like those mats that roll up. I think they're kind of useless as well. Get yourself just a solid block of wood. I like the ones that have, here, I'm gonna slide these boys. I seriously have a wooden spoon addiction, by the way. I had to hide a bunch of them because look, I just bought more on sale yesterday. Like I have a whole wooden spoon addiction. Anyway, this one that I bought has these little rubber things on the bottom to help keep it in place, but really just a heavy duty cutting board. And you don't have to get a separate one for meat and a separate one for vegetables. I use the same one for everything. I wash it with hot soapy water. It is what it is. But see this like ugly one? It's got the little things on the bottom. I've had this for 10 years and I still use it constantly when I'm like cutting fruit and stuff for my kids. It's non-stick, it doesn't, or non-slip, doesn't hurt your knives at all. It's a bright color in my kitchen, which I appreciate, and it's not glass or marble or any of those horrible ones. So I highly recommend just wash it with hot soapy water. You'll be fine. All right, number 3, so important. A good, nice, heavy, non-stick pan. Now I have them in several sizes because if you watched my scrambled egg video, if you haven't yet, I highly recommend looking up my scrambled egg video. But if you get a good heavy nonstick pan, it makes your life so much easier. They're so easy to clean. They're so easy to cook in. Your eggs, your fish, everything you're making just slides and it's wonderful. But there's a lot of really crappy ones out there that have like the cheap Teflon that peels off. Nobody's looking for that. So how you know it's a good pan? It's heavy. The heavier the pan, the better heat conductivity. So that's what you're looking for. So pick it up. If it's super, super light, put it back. Get one that's heavy. This brand is Kelphalon. I've always found them to be super durable. They last a long time and they're not terribly expensive. So Kelphalon's a good one, but get yourself a couple different sizes of a nonstick pan and your life is easy. All right, so now, we'll stop at the most important one afterwards. Let's go to this. When we're talking about heavy pans, I know this is ugly because I used to live by a Le Creuset outlet and they would put on clearance all the ugly colors that nobody wanted. And this was the poop brown color, but it was half off and I was broke. So I got it. And I'm gonna tell you, I've had it for 15 years. I'll have it even longer. What it is it's a cast iron pan. You can tell it is well used. It's a cast iron pan. You know, those big cast iron pans you take camping or what have you. That's exactly what this is, but it's enameled. So what that means is it's easier to clean. You can wash it with soap and water, which you're not supposed to do. with cast iron pans. And I'm gonna look up at Steven right now and not look at the camera because Steven washes his pans with soap and water, his cast iron, and we almost like became unfriends during like the crazy pandemic part because I couldn't handle his stories about washing his pans. Do you still wash your pans? What the F? Okay, so anyway, get yourself a couple different sizes. I know they're expensive. I get it, but they will last you 1,000 years. I have so many people who says they have their grandmother's Dutch ovens. And what's great about this is the heat conductivity for stews and braising and casseroles and soups and everything. You can make everything in one of these and it just cooks beautifully and cleans beautifully. And I can't live without Dutch ovens. I have several different sizes and I'm in love with all of them. They're so great to invest in. So another foodie friend fun thing to buy someone if you're looking for a cool gift to get someone. Finally, the most important, I already know what I'm gonna say. You gotta get yourself a good knife. When I talk about getting a good knife, that means you're gonna have to invest a little money. But to be honest with you, I've had my knives for 15, 20 years because I've taken care of them. So you don't wanna go to TJ Maxx and buy one with like flames on the side. Like you wanna get a good knife, heavy knife, something that feels good in your hand. Does 6 inches feel good, 8 inches? You know what I'm saying? So just get something that feels comfortable in your hand. I am quite partial to Asian knives like shuns and globals because they're very light and they're like little swords and I know how to sharpen them. But if you're a home cook and you're a little, kind of learning what to do, I'm all about the European knives, the Henkels and the Wusthoffs. They're a little heavy duty, they're a little bit heavier and you don't have to sharpen them as much. So these are the things you must have in your kitchen. Now, I have a couple of alternates that I couldn't decide if I didn't want to show you. Salt and pepper. You know me, I have to season things with my fingers. I feel you should too. Salt and pepper. We're gonna talk about salt later because at some point I'm gonna be filming a pantry staples video and I'm gonna talk all about the salt in there because that's a pantry staple. So salt and pepper, little containers, season with your fingers. Also, a Y peeler. This is $3 on Amazon. See how it's a Y peeler? Everybody likes those peelers that, I don't even know what they're called. Those handheld peelers, these, you get so much more. You get a better grip, first of all, and you get so much more surface area to peel, and I have 100 Y peelers around my house, and they work fantastic. And then finally, last one, a good pair of tongs. Not like those little wiener squeezers that you see, but like good heavy-duty pair of tongs. Last you for years and years and years, and I use it for pretty much everything. So, if you have any questions or any tools that you really like that I missed, don't say a garlic press. I don't want to see a garlic press in the comments, please. But if there's something I missed, please set it in the comments. Make sure you're subscribing to this channel. And thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen, and I will see you very soon.
Hi, Jyll.
Tag team back again.
What's up?
It's too early for, you don't know that. You're too young.
I don't know that.
Jeez
You're right.
Louise.